Welcome to Hot Nerd Network, the ultimate destination where we dissect and celebrate diverse personalities on TV from the real world to fantasy. I'm Hot Nerd Carm, and I'm here with my co-host, Hot Nerd Shaz.
Hey guys, I'm Hot Nerd Shaz here. I'm super excited to have you as we embark on the last half of RapShit, our favorite show that's soon coming to an end. This week, we're going to do a bit of a recap for episodes 5 through 7. And ladies and gentlemen, those who don't identify as a lady or a gentleman, are we in for a ride? Carmen, don't we have like a feelings metric we want to use for this week's episode?
We definitely do. And, I feel like one thing that is always going to be a part of an Issa Rae production is going to be anxiety. And starting off with episode 5, the anxiety was off the charts. We're literally gonna have an anxiety meter as we recap this episode because at each point it just got worse and worse and worse. Um, so
It,
let's get right into it at the beginning. We start off, I feel like the girls we're kind of coming off of a high, like they're at the label party, excuse me, they're at the label party and everybody is like they're excited to be seen. Chastity got them a LA, like a real nice hotel in LA, so they're not at the Roach Motel anymore. Like we're starting off good. We're starting off good.
she really hooked the girls up, and let's be real, sis is on a come up from last week's episode. She has money to spend, and
After
after
that
staying
lick,
in after that lick, and after staying in that motel in Oakland, the girls needed something nice. But
right,
even
a
with
little
this,
a little luxury.
just a little something to treat them like you're up and coming rappers. But as we have that, we have Francois telling them that they gotta apologize to Raina.
I'm so
I'm
tired of Francois. I just don't believe a word that comes out of this man's mouth. Like, he is the ultimate finesser. He is the ultimate finesser. And I don't know why Shawna, especially knowing how they already have beef, I don't know why she's always so quick to trust him. Like, my girl's discernment, we gotta have a conversation. Because I don't, where is it? This girl, I'm just like, everything he say, you really just eating it up. And I feel like Mia be looking to her for cues of like, okay, like if you say so, you know what I mean? And Shauna's just like, no, yeah, we got to do this. No, I
she
don't
ready.
believe him.
She's ready to do anything Francois says. Like, girl, what is going on?
Anything.
Does he own you? I'm concerned. It's giving
That's what I'm
master.
saying.
What is happening? But it's the fact that you want them to apologize to this white woman rapper when all they did was elevate themselves and self-brand and market when he wasn't doing anything for them. But like you said, like that's one piece aside. That's not going to ruin the Billboard party. This is their time to shine. And even before we get there, Mia get a little gift. Who's she get a gift from? Who's she get a gift from?
Mr. Cash, Mr. Moneybags himself. Like, but
With the
Mia,
mute glove.
Mia's a funny girl. Mia's a funny girl because she got Cash sending her a dress to wear to the party. She invited Lamont to LA. And Courtney is going to be there too. Three in one spot.
It's
She got it.
messy.
She
It's
got it.
it's a hot girl summer. It's a hot girl year. But sis, I'm tired. That rotation's
Anxiety meter at this
stressful.
point went up. I was
We
like,
we had a 7 because we all been there, ladies. We all been in the room and it'd be like, oh my god, what's happening? But it's the fact that she intensely caused this, and then she had to backtrack on Lamont. Like, buying same day flights ain't cheap. If we being honest, like, if this
come
was real
on.
life, I'd be mad. I'd be mad as hell.
Well, yeah, you're right. Actually, not even 3 in 1, 2 in 1 because she got Lamont out the way.
She got him out the game.
And he was sad too. I love Lamont. But yeah, so Mia, she got Lamont out of there quick. But I was so sad. Like I love Lamont, and I feel like this was really the icing on the cake for him. This was the straw that broke the camel's back. He was just like, "Nah, you playing with me? Like I gotta go." And I understood him. Staying stand up for yourself, Lamont.
You, I gotta put me first, Lucius. He gotta love himself,
And so
and
does Mia, though.
and so
We
does
gotta get
Mia,
to the bag.
and that puts him at the Billboard party. Our girl's looking good. Chastity's with them, but Francois back again. This evil man. He
And
goes out of his way to disrespect her.
he's so mad at Chastity. He's so mad because I feel like he knows that at the end of the day, Chastity has their best interest at heart, and he knows that me and Shauna are about to be his new ticket. Because realistically, he doesn't even really mess with Raina like that. You know what I mean? So I feel like, oh, he's like, oh, Shauna and Mia are getting hot. Like, let me try to, let me try to steal them from Chastity, basically, and kind of ride their wave. He's a finesser.
He's a finesser and he's so elitist. Like he even told her that she's not even worthy of respect. Oh my God, just spit on her at that point. Like,
Right.
how it doesn't get any worse than that. So he's
I
a
really
snake.
hate him. Like that's how you know, and I love Jabuki, but I feel like that's how you know he's actually doing such a good job playing his role because I hate him. Like
You'd be like Francois, oh, not this French name again, and this man coming out of
not
nowhere.
this blonde bleach. Like here we
Mm.
go. Like please.
Please, was that his birth name? We don't even know. I'm ready to discover on season three. But girl, can we talk about the apology? Because we've all, when you be fighting with your siblings and you don't really want to own up to anything, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm so sorry you felt like that, or mom told me this happened. That like that was probably the funniest apology I've seen on television.
That apology was really like, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say I apologize, but if you felt bad, then that sucks. Like it was just
It,
like
it was
I'm not about
feelings
to
were
sit
felt.
here and I'm not about to sit here and apologize to you, girl.
Mm-mm. It's like, oh, you have feelings. We all have feelings. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down. We keep it moving. And I will rate Shauna for actually speaking up when it came time to, because she always be muttering stuff under her breath,
Right,
all or
right,
talking to the person next to her. But for once, she stood on business and she told Raina, she said, "Yeah, you're an appropriator. It's ridiculous, but at the same time, Raina, but you dancing next to me, yeah, Shauna, you still dancing next to her. But the girls got to eat; they got to finesse. But
right,
it was a great moment. It was like, all right, we've been waiting for the real talk this
right,
entire
exactly.
season.
Exactly. But then she peeped her little boo AK from across the room, so she said, yeah, I got a
Mm.
blast.
She said, I'm out of here. Bye. But the fact that Raina said bye, sis, like that's the language, that's the verbiage we're using. The writer's room is putting in work. They need a raise. Because I was like, not sis. Ooh, put icing on the cakes. Set on fire.
Right. So
So you
we see Shauna step off with Lord AK. They're doing their little weird people misunderstood artists bonding.
alternative Tumblr
Yes,
people.
flirting about rap history, whatever. Like they're doing their own little thing. On the other side, Mia is with Cash and his friends, and they're booed up or whatever. Um, and all at the same time, you see, like, I feel like you get the anxiety meter is ticking up because you're starting to get the feeling like something is gonna pop off. It's getting like the stakes are getting a little higher right now.
A little higher. I'm basically holding someone's hand almost at this point. And the thing is, even Mia asked Cash, so why did you post that photo of me? And he said, because I wanted to and because I like to. The boldness and the
Because I
audacity.
wanted to.
First off, not saying this is an instance of it, but like revenge porn is a real thing. Like this is he shared a non-consensual explicit image. This is
Period.
this is against rules and policies. This is wrong, and I like that they brought this up in the show because she did not consent to that. And I'm glad
Right.
that they had that conversation because then, yes, sis, know your worth. Leave. She's like, I gotta go to the bathroom. You ain't going to no bathroom because you with Courtney. Anxiety through the roof. I said, oh my God, you just left Cash. So yeah, she's with Courtney. She with Courtney.
And then on the other side, we have Shauna and AK again, like, and you can kind of tell like something is off with him. Like he's always, in his kind of like dark, moody vibes, but you can tell something is off with him. I think he was asking Shawna like, and I peeped this on the rewatch when he was like, "Yeah, what would your last meal be?" Randomly. Um, and just talking about like how the industry isn't like for him, may not be for him anymore, and all this stuff. And then of course we hear this loud screeching noise come, and it's Gat in the back per usual being a groupie. And tries to get the crowd hype so he can hype up Lord AK to perform. And you can just tell like he was so defeated, like he did not want to perform right then. And even Shawna could tell too, but he just turned it on, how you have to do as a performer, and does his own thing.
It was like there was a lot of foreshadowing, like leading up
Yes.
to this moment in the episode. He's even like to him, he's like, it's not the same without his brother. And even
Hmm.
after the performance, they're talking, but they try to have a moment, and they try to have an intimate moment, and it's just not working. And he's like, I can't even do this anymore, and walks out. And then poor Shauna's thinking like, oh my god, is it something that I did wrong? Like, oh my god, is this performance anxiety? Who even knows? But then he's like, I can't do this anymore. And I did not notice that until I rewatched it. And then you have this guy, Gat, coming in like, oh, it's AK in here. Trying to like go popping off like, boy, you always following him. Fast forward, Courtney and Mia, see, anxiety meter already going through the roof. I'm so confused why AK taking so long in the bathroom. But hold up, he not in the bathroom. He walked outside to the patio. So like if you weren't really paying attention, like he was on the straight mission. Shauna was not paying attention. This man went straight to what? How the episode ended. So you get Mia and Kat and Courtney, then Cash come in like, oh, talking, oh, you grimy. I should take that off you. First off, so what? You
once
bought her something, so
again
you want to take it back?
once again
Not a man.
Cash talking crazy,
He's ridiculous.
crazy, like,
Just because he looked good and he got a rap song. Oh my god. Just because he
right,
just checking a couple boxes, he think he could be disrespectful.
right. Yeah. Cash foul. He's X off the Bayless. He was already X off the Bayless, and he tried to make it back with the dress. You're gone. You're done.
They think
And
designer clothes can buy us. No. Only
right.
sometimes. Depends. Kidding.
Depends on the occasion. Depends on the offense. Um and then, that's why my sis had to get her look back with Courtney. One thing about me is she not gonna stay down too long. She not gonna stay down too long.
My sis be she on the glow up. She's still coming up, up, up. But let's be real. He's saying all this. Then you hear screams. Then you see this image, and I swear to God, I need to be suing the producers of RapShit, Issa Ray Productions, for mental health care after watching the scene of that episode. I have not seen self-immolation on television since the Arab Spring. This man set himself on fire. That is literally how the episode ended. Like, oh, go get some help, B. And this, I'm like, is he alive? Is he dead? What's going on? And that's literally how they ended the episode. Like,
My thing,
anxiety.
my thing was when I say I have not seen an ending like that since, like, I have not been taken off guard like that since like the Red Wedding in Game of Thrones.
Oh
Like
my God,
I
yes.
literally sat there, jaw drops to the floor. Like I was like, dang, they didn't even give us a trigger warning. That man was on fire, flaming hot Cheetos. Whoa.
Flailing. It's not the regular fire. He out here throwing his hands. The pyrotechnics went off. Shout out the
Shout
tech
out to
team.
the production team.
That was fire. But yeah, I've never seen girl that you unlocked the trauma I put to the back of my mind, the red wedding. The same thing I will do with this episode because it's crazy. And that is how they ended. Talk about like
For
climactic episode mid-season peak. And they
that
really
was
set that up.
No, literally. And you know what's crazy? I was also thinking about other shows that kind of had that same setup. Like, did you watch The Bear this
Yeah.
on Hulu? On season 2 when they had the episode with it was the Christmas dinner, the dinner of the fishes or whatever.
Yeah. Oh my God. That
That
was so stressful.
that episode was crazy. I feel like this was not to that level, but this was a crazy super anxiety ridden, stressful episode. Like when Cash caught them outside the bathroom, you got Gat and Shawna going back and forth, and then Fire. Like I was blown away. No pun
Just
intended.
captivated. And I also like it's like so sad, like this storyline with Lord AK, but
Oh, one
I
hundred
like the
percent.
representation. Can we see so many like young artists that struggle with like their mental health and combined with substance abuse? And sometimes it really leads to a lot of like mental health crisis issues, but self-harming. And like I think this was just a fictionalized representation of what that looks like. And it's sad, whether it's like the everyday celebrity or like your friend, your family or colleague. So yeah, I love how we have a focus on so many real topics like in the backdrop of this show. It's about two friends trying to be rappers, right? But the intersection of all of these different experiences.
No,
So
one hundred
whoa.
percent. And I think too, especially, I think one thing, obviously, a big theme in this show is like friendship, and especially with Shauna and Mia and her two best friends, them and Chastity, like just seeing different dynamics of friendships and how important, that is to really your life, your success, all those things. I think on one hand, it's kind of, stereotypical entertainer culture where you have the main performer person or the celebrity and you have all these people around them, but like nobody is really listening to them or nobody is like really paying attention to them. But also, I think you see that in, regular, everyday male friendships, to your point. Like, I think girls get made fun a lot of times that, oh, we get mad over birthday stuff or girl friendships, end so easily, or y'all are, you know, kind of fickle in that way. But I think that's also just a byproduct of having like really deep relationships with people.
Yeah.
So when people act funny, you really take offense to it because you're like, girl, we're supposed to be locked in. And I feel like sometimes with guys, you know, they could have the same people around them. Like Lord AK always has Gat around him. But yeah, so you have Lord AK, and he's always around, Gat and all these other people, but clearly this man is going through it. And I feel like, Shauna was one of the few people to really ask him, how are you? Or, really try to hear him out. And every time, it seemed like he was around his other friends, nobody was really checking in with him emotionally, I would say.
Yeah.
So very, very interesting dynamics. But to your point, I think it also says a lot about what we kind of experience on a day to day as well.
Yeah, no, I think that's such a great point when we talk about like the vulnerabilities within friendship and really like how
Hmm.
that lets you grow and like further deepen the relationships you have. But like in this case with Lord AK and his friends, and like to some male friendships, it's like you don't have that like vulnerability within your communication. Like how open are you really being about like how you're grieving and what you go through? And I think that's especially important because a lot of friendships could be surface level. Like are those the guys you just party with? Are those just the people you just go out in your social circle? But like, who really knows you? And to your point, that Shauna was the only one really asking, and I think it's also like being able to be vulnerable to a stranger versus someone you know. Like she doesn't know
Yeah,
anything about him. She's a new up and coming artist. Like so what? So that ability to just like be your full and authentic self, and I think that's what he was trying to do. But even it like wasn't enough or was
yeah,
still too difficult for him to be while he was dealing with all of this.
right.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh wow.
that was a crazy way to end the episode. Like,
Talk about flames, man. Like literally, figuratively, like
literal
um,
flames.
if I was on an Instagram break, I'd be under the comments. We episode recap fire emoji, fire emoji, fire emoji because that's literally how we feel. Well, thank you guys for joining us for this week's episode of Rap Shit. Boy, are you in for a ride for next week?